I actually want to transition and kind of focus because I know you've been talking a lot about the speaking, right?
Yeah,
but you also are the plant-based brother that you
the one
mentioned
only.
before.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I remember this time that you actually invited us to this very creative event that you had going on with this one, business, right? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How are you able to create some to put together some very creative events, right? That grow your business, but also that highlight other businesses as well. Because I really thought, that event that you put on, that was genius to me, right? You know what I mean? So, how do you continue to? I guess so. My question is kind of, can you explain how that event came to be, and also how do you go about as a person who's kind of out in this space as an entrepreneur, right?
Mm-hmm.
Creating different opportunities for yourself, through your creativity.
Man, so at that season of my life, I think I try to have like a word for the year, and I think that season that year was like intentionality or whatnot. And I try to be intentional in everything, but that year was like, yo, do it. One of my favorite African proverbs says, "If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with other people." And I am the collaboration king. Like, yo, listen, like, yo, we are stronger together. And
Yeah.
then because I'm real and honest with myself, and I know my strengths and weaknesses, like I know that there are certain things that I'm not as good at. I don't like back end stuff, like paperwork, logistics, numbers. Like miss me with that, but put me in front. Let me engage. Let me ask the questions. Let me be that person. Because you need that person, right? You need that
Right,
person.
you do.
And we all play different. We all have different roles. So yeah, that event. I think that they reached out to me. Not even going to lie. I think they reached out to me and was like, "Yo, we should do something." And then I was
can you explain who you're talking about? Because I know, I mean, I was there, right? I got the invite, but for the audience, right, they don't know what we're talking about. So can you kind of flesh it out? You know what I mean? So they know what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, no, for sure. So a couple years ago, I partnered with one of my favorite restaurants in Houston. They're no longer here, but they still are in San Antonio, and it's called Green Vegetarian Cuisine. Favorite restaurant, like I want some right now. But yeah, so they had a social media manager at that time, and he was like looking to do more things in the community and partner with individuals and whatnot. And I was like, yeah, I would love to do that. So you brought me in, and we had a conversation. And he was like, well, what can you do? And I was like, well, I am all about it. As a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you're always evolving. So at that season in my business's life, in my brand's life, I was like, I just want to let people know that plant-based food is like good, and it shouldn't be feared. It's not daunting. You're going to be satisfied, and it's flavorful. So I was like, well, let me have a meet and eat. And a meet and eat, you'll meet me, Plant Based Brother. But you will also meet other people as well. The art of conversation. Of course, this is pre-COVID. We could be all up on each other. So it was pre-COVID, and yeah, like people came out, and people that I didn't know. They saw it on Facebook. They saw it on a lot of people I didn't know, and a lot of my friends supported. Thank y'all for supporting. I appreciate y'all always.
You got you.
Yes, sir. But yeah, it was a meet and eat, and I did it like 3 times. I did it twice in Houston, once in San Antonio, and it was all very successful. And by successful, I mean people left. They had great things to say. They enjoyed the food. They enjoyed the service. They enjoyed the topic of the table. And that was what I like to curate spaces and events where my talents could shine. Like, you got to know yourself. If we were doing something where it was like, talking about math equations, like that is not a space where I will shine because, chemistry and numbers and algebra, like, no, let's not do that. But if we're talking about like popular culture, if we're talking about, maybe the theme for the table or that night was purpose, what I mean? All of us, I feel like that's a huge buzzword in these times that we're living in. And have you tapped into your purpose? I love to hear other people speak, and then you introduce yourself and you talk about the topic for the night. And then it's like, oh, wait, Lionel, you are a podcast host? Well, I am an entrepreneur, and I'm also a Christian. And these people connect, and it's also able to bridge partnerships and friendships and relationships. And I feel like I've always been that guy, like introduce dope people to other dope people, and then they become friends, and then they leave me out. Hey, cool. I don't care. you know what I mean? Just, connect and do what you have to do, or get that connection or that business opportunity or what have you. So yeah, it was a meet and eat, and I look forward to doing maybe 2022. We'll revamp it, because I'm talking about it now and it's on my mind, and just do something even greater and larger. I'm letting people know that plant-based food is amazing and great.
Yeah, man. I think it is. And to me, that was one of those events that I thought, man, this was so creative, right? To be able to put this together, and to be able to connect with another business that is in your field. And like you say, I think a lot of times we try to go at things by ourselves. We don't think about how do we collaborate with others who are in the
Right.
space that we can add value to them and they can also add value to us. So it's a win-win situation. So as far as that creativity, what are some tips or some pointers that you would give people, no matter what field they're in, that you would say, okay, this is something that you need to think about when you're trying to create something that's different in your industry or space, and also to be able to collaborate with other people.
Yeah. Definitely don't be afraid of no. We miss 100% of the shots that we don't take. Send that DM, send that message, reach out to that person. There are people out there that would like to collaborate with you. So don't be afraid of no. Like we've heard no so many times, and my mentor always tells me, he was like, we've all failed before. A lot of us are afraid of succeeding and winning, and that's like etched in my heart because I'm just like, yep, that's me. You're not gonna
Wow.
put my card like that, bro. Please don't put my card like that, and just show my life like that. But so that's the first one. Making sure that you don't be afraid of no. Number two is just understand that your that should have been number one actually. I think that our creator created creativity. So we are created by
Mm.
default. So go to the creator, go to God, go to Jesus Christ. Like, Lord, I know that you've given me some creativity. Please let me shine and be used for you. Say that prayer and believe that he will. Numero tres. Get out your own head. Get out your own head. Get out your own way. I say that because even in my own life, in full transparency, like I gave up on speaking for a season of my life. I'm still kind of currently in that season because I had so many doors closed in my face because I'm like, oh, there's so many speakers out there. But I'm always reminded of the cereal analogy. There are so many cereals, and guess what? The people who are on a budget, they're going to get the great value version. The people that are rolling in dough, they're going to get the bougie version. The people who are moderately, they're going to get probably like the name brand version. So everybody, your tribe will find you. So I'm glad that Rihanna launched her empire. If she would have thought like, man, they already got Kylie, Kim, or Mac Cosmetics, I don't need to do it. It's like, nah, I saw a space in the marketplace. So don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of that. Get out your own head. I think this number 4. Make sure this is when you really want to tap into your creativity. Make sure that you are doing a poll. I do this twice a year. Make sure you are getting a poll with some friends and like poll your friends and your family, the ones closest to you, the ones that know you, and ask them like, hey, what am I good at? What could you see me doing? And you will be surprised that you'll be like, oh yeah, Lionel, man, you're the biblical photographer. You know what I mean? You're the this, that, and the third. And it's so interesting and funny to see how people see you. But I think that we should poll our friends and those closest to us when we were trying to figure out, like, well, what can I see myself doing? And then last but not least, number 5. 5 is a good number, right? This is a good number. 5, definitely, I would say for number 5, make sure that you are in a space where you are able to be creative. And again, getting around the right people is so imperative. Lionel is one of my great friends, and we can talk about business and God and this and that, and so many other people I can name. And I'm able to be in creative spaces and ask creative things because I know that he has this trajectory. So who you surround yourself with is one of the most important things. Like,
True.
Yeah. Surround yourself with those people. I want to throw this one in. This number 6, I guess.
Yes, number 6.
Yes, sir. Okay, now I have to do 7 because 7 is
I was gonna say we might as well go to 7 now.
we have to go to 7. Number 6, do not limit your creativity. If you know how many conversations I had where people are just like, I'm not creative because I don't sing, I don't dance, I don't draw, and I don't paint. People think that this creativity is in a box. It's like, no, bro. Like me matching my headband with this shirt is creative, yo. Lionel being able to write a whole poem book. Are you kidding me? That is creative, right? Being able to come up with great ideas for children to be active at church. That is creativity. So don't put your creativity in this box at all. Bro, we can't do that. Creativity is not a one-way street. And number 7, number 7, I got to make this one good. How do you be creative? How do you collaborate? I gotta make this good. This gotta be the best one.
This gotta be you gotta knock it out the park with this one. You gotta knock it out the park with this one.
Oh, okay. I got it. Affirmations in the morning time. Wake up and say that God has made me creativity. I reject the feelings of uncreativity. I reject the feelings of unproductivity. I reject these feelings that the enemy puts in my mind. The enemy puts these things in my mind, so I know he puts it in your mind. And that I'm not creative, that nobody wants to work with me, that I don't have talent, that my time has expired. Like, it's happening and it's real. And we're not going to act like these thoughts and these feelings are not real. But we have to go to the throne of God every morning. God, what do you want me to do? Raise your hands, lay prostrate, get whatever posture you need to get, and say, God, how can I best make an impact? Please give me divine appointment so that the person that I meet on the sidewalk, we can collaborate together. We can go into business together. I can introduce him to my best friend or whatever the case may be. So start your day with the Lord and speak those affirmations. And the affirmations aren't about self, because when you affirm yourself, it's all pointing back to God. Like, I am this because God is this. I am creative because I serve the one who created creativity. So start those every morning when you're in that season of doubt. We're in that season of like, I don't know what I should do. When I'm in that season of like, everybody is doing it. Like, nope, in the mirror, look in the mirror. I am creative because God made me creative. I am amazing because God gave me breath in my body to make an impact on whoever I'm supposed to make an impact in. God will give me divine appointment. I believe, right? Because you can say it, but not truly believe in your heart. I believe that he will put me on the right path in order to make my mark, win souls for the kingdom through my business, through my demeanor. You know, they always say you might be the only God that some people experience. So pray that prayer with those affirmations when you're feeling not creative, when you're feeling discouraged, when you're feeling down and out, and believe that he can and we will. We got to make that choice. Make that choice to do it, and then message me later and tell me how it turns out. Please.
Yes. And you know, with all that you said, I know there's some people who are thinking right now, and after considering all of those 7, the thing that really stood out and the question that they want you to answer is, what is the bougie cereal?
The ones you get at like Whole Foods. Because
I know people are thinking, they saying bougie, you know, I know the name brand, but what's the bougie cereal? I'm trying to see if I'm bougie or not.
Bro, listen, the cereal that, you know, it don't got all those names that you can't pronounce. It's probably like $8, $9. That when you know what I mean? I don't eat cereal, but like I can imagine there's a cereal out there. No preservatives, no sugar, no high fructose corn syrup, all of that, and it's like $9. That's the bougie cereal.
Oh, that's the bougie. So look, now y'all know, because I know you were listening to all 7 of those points, and you couldn't even hear him talk about how creative you are. You couldn't hear him talk about the affirmations because you still thinking in your head, Googling, trying to figure out.
Yeah, what is it?
But what's the bougie cereal though? Look, don't miss the point that we're trying to make.
Yes, sir. Don't miss
figure out what the bougie cereal is. Okay,
that is funny. That's funny, man.